Countdown.
Tahniah! Secara langsung ini dibawakan khas kepada anda oleh Akademi YouTuber Malaysia. Sebuah inisiatif e-didik Malaysia dan Kelab Guru Malaysia. Tumpukan perhatian anda. Secara langsung akan bermula sebentar lagi. Link sijil akan diberikan di hujung siaran ini. Pastikan diisi dalam tempoh yang ditetapkan. Terima kasih.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. Good evening and hi to all teachers, parents and the wonderful students. Welcome to Pusat Tuisyen Academy YouTuber, a joint venture with e-didik Malaysia and Kelab Guru Malaysia with hashtag bermula percuma selamanya percuma. Okay, before we proceed, let's begin our session with the recitation of Umul Kitab Al-Fatihah. And for the non-Muslim, please recite your prayers according to your religion. Okay, how is everyone doing today? Okay, my prayer that everyone is in the best of health and ready to proceed with today's class. Let me introduce myself first. I am Madam Rosmaya as your moderator for today. I'm a Form 6 Physics teacher at SMJK Yuhua, Kajang, Selangor. And together with us is Teacher Zanaria, okay, our host controller, okay. She a very experienced retired teacher, okay, from SMK Tengku Ampuan Durrah Negeri Sembilan, and our observer is teacher Naini, okay, okay, from Pusat Tingkatan 6 SMK Sultan Sulaiman Kuala Terengganu. Okay, their job is to ensure our today's session running smoothly today. Okay, and the most important person today is our presenter, okay, teacher Im. She is a very experienced teacher from College Tingkatan 6 Tapah Perak. So let us give a warm welcome to our presenter. Okay, for the record, we are now live on Teacher Im channel. So as a sign to support Teacher Im for the hard work in preparing today's lesson, so please subscribe her channel. Not forgetting also to Teacher Zanaria and Teacher Naini, Teacher Naini channel too. Okay, so as usual, the lesson will last approximately 1 hour. The certificate link and the credit claim link will be given at the end of this session. And remember that you can only use e-didik email to claim the certificate. So for credit claim, you need to collect the 1 letter and 4-digit codes, which will be announced separately, okay, during our session today. Okay, so be sure to follow the class up with until the end to get the complete code for the credit claim. Okay, so I would also like to remind students to use appropriate language and also use appropriate profile picture, if possible your own picture, if you wish to post comments in the chat box. I'm pretty sure all the students here are excellent students who will uphold a positive classroom environment. So please give your full cooperation in making this class is a lively one. Okay, stay focused, and if you have any questions, please write on the chat box, and Teacher Im will try to provide you with the answers. Okay, so before I give Teacher Im to present, I announce the first digit code for credit claim. The digit is A3. Okay, A3. Okay, so without further ado, please welcome Teacher Im to start your presentation.
Hello everyone. Hello. I see many of you are out there. So I welcome to my class, and today our lessons will start basically now. And like usual, I hope that you will give me a like, because that is actually the motivation for me to carry on. Okay, we are teachers from academyyoutuber.com, and we are all here to help you score better in your STPM maths and other subjects. So inside my channel, there is a collaboration playlist which we have all the other subjects, so you can check it out. And we have one special one that for SEM 2 students. And of course, we also have for SEM 1 student, if you are here. Well, we have economy and accounts class, and we have physics class, which is the head of the team is Cikgu Rosmaya, which is here, my moderator. And then we have the biology class, and we in the biology team, we have Cikgu Narini there. Okay, so you can support them, right, too. And we have chemistry class, and headed by Cikgu Shannon. And of course, my mathematics classes, all right. Now, today we are going to talk about differential equation. I already made a revision video before 6 months ago, if I'm not mistaken, about this differential equation, and it is for your senior who sat for the exam previously. Okay, so this time I'm going to do it again for you, all right, especially for you. So, but I already changed the concept a bit. But if you want to see the old videos, you can drop by 6 months ago, that video, and it is different a bit from what I'm going to show you now. Right, why I chose differential equation? Because if you look at the total marks that comes in for differential equation is kind of heavy. It can goes from like 2013, it goes from during ulangan, it goes for 24 marks, and during the real one it is about 8 marks. So it will be like quite heavy, the marks, especially during the ulangan terms, right? So you can check out the partial question. Anyway, today I'm going to discuss 3 partial questions. So if you have not taken or seen the PDF that I post for you, you can check out the PDF in the chat box. So you can click on the link that I already pinned on top of the chat box. Okay, I already pinned the link there. You can grab the PDF from there. And there is also PDF at the end of the description box. All right, so in this differential equation, there is basically 4 parts. Okay, 4 parts of it. One of it is the general and particular solution. And during that session, your teacher mostly will talk about separable variables. Okay, so that is the first part, which we are not going to talk about today. And there's the second part of it. Most of the time, the teacher, you can recognize the question because the question is all about linear differential equation. Means the variables cannot be separated, is in a linear form, and you need to use integrating factor. Okay, the third things that you need to know about integrating differential equation will be how to transform using substituting. And most of the time, we will be giving you question type as the first order homogeneous differential equation. Okay, so in there is 2 type of question. One of the question is separable variables, and the second type is linear differential equation. So you have 2 types inside there, right, which you need to take note, and that's what I'm going to do today. All right, I have a few questions on separable, and then I have 1 partial question on linear differential equation. And lastly, what you are going to should know, which I'm going to have the free online class also, maybe in the next class, is about solve problem. But next week is SEM 1. Next week you all come in for SEM 1, but the week after that, maybe I will talk about this part. All right, about the problems in science and technology, because differential equation covers a lot of things in your real life. Believe me, you might think, oh, why I have to learn this, is useless to me. But actually, differential equation is basically things, all about the things in real life that we need differential equation to help us calculate. Okay, so like I said just now, our main focus today is the substituting method for answering differential equation, to transform an equation using substituting. And I will concentrate more on separable variables, and I will talk about the linear differential equation 1 question. Okay, if you like it, stay tuned. All right, so let's go on. If you have already seen the question, so you already tried. So basically, in this type of question, you will see some kind of substitution given to you. Okay, If you are lucky, the substitution will be given to you, and then they will give you one differential equation. Like I say, we are doing first order differential equation, so you should know already you only have dy dx. Okay, so you know already the first order means the differentiation is only dy dx, no second derivative, no third derivative. That will be second order and third order, which you are going to learn in university, not now. In Form 6, we fix to first order differential equation. Okay, so once you get that, you have to like make sure you jot it down. Okay, so that is the substituting, and that is the differential equation that they give inside the question. Okay, what actually you need to do? Anybody? Okay, what actually you need to do? Usually your teacher will teach you that you need to differentiate this. Okay, you need to differentiate whatever substituting that they give, right? And then try to plug it in or substitute it into the equation. So let's do this. So we are going to arrange this first, because you know you are going to need dy over dx. Okay, you are going to need dy over dx. So you will try to differentiate, arrange your whatever substituting that they give. Most of the time in the question, they will give you y equals to ux or y equals to vx, but I change this a bit to u. So you need to rearrange to get y equals to ux, and then you are supposed to differentiate that. Okay, you are supposed to differentiate that. So once you differentiate that, that will become your equation 1. Okay, that will become your equation 1, and you can move on with the question. Okay, as you move on into the question, you will have this, you will try to rearrange your equation, okay, so that it becomes y dy dx equals to something also, right? So you have a dy dx, so I will divide away the xy to get my dy dx out and put it into more proper form so that I can adjust, okay? So that when I put the substituting in, it will be all nice. Okay, so now what are we going to substitute? Well, we are going to substitute the dy dx with the element that we have here, and then we are going to substitute all the y there. All right, so we will put in our substituting into the equation. Both of them, we are going to substitute it into our differential equation. So this is the first type that they give you in a very clear form, and you just need to substitute in. So I'm going to put it in. Okay, I'm going to put it in. So the place for dy dx, I'm going to change with u plus x du dx. And the place for y, I'm going to change with ux. Okay, that will settle that part there. And then I will try to rearrange. Okay, in differentiation, basically you have to put a lot of your algebraic hat on and learn to change and to arrange things properly. Okay, so what your target actually is to arrange all the u to one side, the du on the left hand side, following the element that you have on top of the du dx. So the u are going to be on the left hand side, and all the x going to be on the right hand side. So you try to arrange that first, but do not panic when you see that it is all over the place. So try to arrange using your algebra knowledge. Go bit by bit. Okay, go bit by bit, and you will slowly get what you want. Right, so that is how you slowly arrange. So what I do is I bring all my u to the right hand side. I know the du is supposed to be on the left hand side, but I can't do it yet because it is in a real mess here. So I will try to arrange it very, very carefully. So I will bring the u to the right hand side first, and because there is an element and a fraction, so I try to join it together. Okay, that's what I always tell my student. If you see a lot of elements, try to put them and join them into a non-proper fraction is okay. Then after that, only you bring over. If you notice, okay, I bring over the x, I did not bring over the 2. Most of the time, we do bring over the 2. Why? Because as you learn this differential equation, you should have the knowledge of your differentiation also. Okay, you should have the knowledge of differentiation. And in the differentiation, you already learn. If you want to integrate, because differential equation involve differentiation, integration, sorry, are supposed to integrate this. So when you look at this format, you know already the differentiation of the bottom part here is 2x. And you are going to use the ln technique if you have already watched all our videos on integration of rational functions, mine and Cikgu Zana, okay, Cikgu Aileen, okay. We do have videos on integration of rational function. So this format is a rational function, and this rational function needs you to integrate this using ln. Okay, using ln. So you know already, you differentiate this, you get 2x or 2u for this case. So you will notice that you need a 2u on top there to use the formula of integration of ln, right? Is it correct? Yes, okay. So you are supposed to use that and make sure you put in, okay, I just rearrange nicely and then set it there, all right? Set it there. Now, once it is done, okay, once it is done, the next thing is you are going to integrate both sides, right? So I'm going to integrate both sides. And like I say just now, I need my integration knowledge. You need your integration knowledge. So what do you think this answer going to be? So that in the rational function, okay, integration of rational function and integration of ln or integration, any concept of integration. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. All right, so glad you can join us. In our integration, we know already, okay, this information can be transformed to this, ln fx. Okay, how is it? It has to be the differentiation of the denominator. If it is, you can find it in the numerator, then you can use the ln formula. Okay, I have talked about this inside our video, so I'm sure you know how to get that out. Okay, once you get the integration of the ln ready, okay, once you get the integration of the ln ready, the next thing that you are going to take care is the arranging again. So basically, integration will come in and then you need to rearrange. So how do we rearrange? We try to figure out what we can simplify. Because as you know, inside the question, if you want general form, your teacher would have told you, if you want general form, you should get y equals 2, but not all cases you can transform to y, okay? If you have done a lot of questions, you should know that not lots of questions, not all questions, you can transform it into y equals to blah, blah, blah. But, okay, most of the question you can. Okay, if you can't, then we can leave the y on the left-hand side also. All right, so for this case, I try to combine my ln, and then I will create something like this. What actually happened? The ln I bring over, so that will give me an exponent. That is the skill that you have in SEM 1, how to solve ln and exponents. Okay, so you will shift this ln over, it will become exponent to the power of c. Once you get that already, okay, once you get that already, then the next thing is you try to you substitute, so you try to unsubstitute it back. Okay, unsub it back. So you will change back your u equals to y over x, the one that the substituting that you put in just now. So I will change in the position of the u. Okay, I will change in the position of the u, and then of course I will try to combine, because like I say, if you see an element plus a number, you try to combine it first, because by combining, then it is much more easier for you to bring it over or simplify it. Okay, now I'm going to simplify these two things, and then I'm going to bring the x over. Okay, so now my x is over there, and the c has an exponent. So if you read the differential equation topic, you will see that this element, okay, need to be changed into a. All right, that is the arbitrary value of the differential equation. So anything that can be together with your constant, right? For example, xc, or you have c over y, or you have something with the c, anything multiplied or divided or plus to the C, you can change it with an arbitrary value. So you will put it in as A and then try to get it there. Okay, so AX. Okay, once the arbitrary is out, then like usual, you need to try to simplify y equals to something. That is actually your final marks. And in Stpm, that is your correct answer only. That is your value that you need to arrange. So you will try to arrange until you get y equals to square root of something or some any format, but it has to be y equals to, okay? Thank you, Cikgu Faiza. Right, and just now I saw Madam Fizi also. Thank you for coming over. All right, so Madam Fizi is the accounts teacher and Cikgu Faiza is our bio, right?
Yes.
Biology teacher. So nice to have you all in. All right, so you can support their channel also. They have wonderful videos there, so please support them, okay? All right, so like I said just now, your answer, you try to put y equals to something, means the solid y. But definitely not all question you can do that. Okay, definitely not all question. For this question, if you can get y equals to something, that's your final answer. Means that is where you're going to get your final marks, right? So that is my first question only. Oh my God, it's already half. Okay.
9 minutes.
All right. Because this question indeed is very long, okay? But that's why the marks is like 7 or 8 marks. So you need time to do this question, okay? Now,
Okay, teacher,
what? Yes.
I think it's better we announce the digit, the code.
Yeah. Okay. The second digit code.
Okay, so the second digit code, okay, for credit claim is number 6.
Number 6. All right. Number 6. All right. Thank you, Madam Rosmaya. So the next thing that we need to take note here, okay, is question that involve this type. They did not give you the substitution. Okay, by using suitable, they just say suitable substitution. Find the general solution of this non-homogeneous differential equation. This is a non-homogeneous. Previously, the previous question is a homogeneous. This is a non-homogeneous differential equation. If they give you a non-homogeneous differential equation and they didn't give you any substituting to put in, what you need to do is you try to figure out inside the question what pattern exists. So if you arrange these two, both of them nicely, you will actually see something that you can use as your substitution. So for this case, when I arrange this 2x, I see there's a 2x here and there's a 2x here. That's I write in front. There's a y there and then there's the y there. That's why I write it there. And then I bring the number to the back. Then I actually can see the pattern already. So that is what I'm going to use in my substitution. So I will let, because it's not given, so I have to let u equals to 2x plus y. Okay, once I have this type of case, and I arrange it properly, I see the pattern, I use it as my substitution. The next thing is, like usual, you have to differentiate the element. So you differentiate your u. I'm going to go faster because differentiation and integration supposed to be our previous question. Okay, supposed to be from our previous question. Okay, so once we have that set in, right, we try not to use other element. We try to use element from the question itself. So we will set in our du over dx as dy dx. Okay, we try to arrange, we differentiate, and then we try to arrange it so that we can actually get our dy dx out. So now we know already the equation that we have here, the dy over dx is going to change with du over dx minus 2, and the place that I put in the bracket here, both of these, is going to be changed with u. So my equation actually transform into something simple like this. Okay, so I have put them together and then I transform it into something simple. Okay, so now basically it is ready, but you still need to prepare it arrange the algebra so that it can be transformed into something that you can integrate, right? So means the u have to be on the left hand side and the v, the number for this case, supposed to be here. But like I say, you see a fraction. You see a fraction and you see a number. So I told you previously, when you see that, the next thing that you're going to do is combine. So you take this u plus 5, bring over, you will multiply, and then you will get and combine it and simplify as so. Okay, once you get this already, you see 3 and 9 there, I can simplify. You will try to simplify as much as possible so that it's easier for you to do your integration. All right, so I will simplify it to this part here. Today, I didn't ask any question. I hope you understand. Well, if you do, please tell me in the chat box because everybody is so silent today in the chat box. Nobody is talking. So if you can understand, please tell me. If you can't understand, if I'm too fast, please tell me also, all right? I know I gave you 6 questions and I already estimate I might not be able to finish the 6 question, but I will try my best, okay? If you can understand, please tell me because there's a lot of you in the group, in the YouTube channel, in the chat box, but that is so silent. Only Shafiq, Shafiq mentioned just now. Shafiq say question 2, let y equals to vx. Yes, that's one of the technique, but it will go very long. Okay, so that's why I can I simplify it by changing it into something that I can use faster. Okay, I want to use it faster. That's why I didn't use the substituting of y equals to vx like Shafiq say. All right, so if you do, don't worry, you can still move on. Right, so now I already, I just bring that over. Okay, I just bring that over and then I'm going to save. Only 2 person answer me. Thank you, Shreyi. Thank you, Shafiq. The rest, please respond and tell me whether you can understand or not. If it is too fast, please tell me also. All right, so you integrate both sides. You're going to try to integrate both sides. Okay, so you are going to integrate both sides. Then you say, aha, this is a rational function. Why teacher Im love rational function? Yeah, because I taught it in previous class. Of course, I want to test whether you know how to use what I teach you in my previous class. Okay, I didn't use the easy question. I try to use the rational function because I taught you already. So, in this rational function, can you tell me, what do you think you can do to solve this rational integration? I'm sure you know because rational function, okay, we already, we had class already about rational functions. So I hope you really set in. Anybody want to try? How are we going to solve that? How are we going to solve this rational function? Anybody? Anybody want to try and solve this rational function? No? Oh dear. I really hope that you all try, okay? At least you tell me, am I going to use ln? Am I going to use u plus 3? Oh, Aisha. All right, very good, Aisha. Yes. Yes, Shafiq, you are right also. You also can use long division, okay? So there's the 2 technique that they mentioned there. One is Aisha say u plus 3 plus 2, which is the what we call that the adjustment technique. Yes, Shrey. Okay, we adjust our equation. Okay, we adjust our equation so that it can transform into something that we can integrate. Okay, or you can use long division. Okay, for this case, long division is too hard to, not hard, but it will waste you a little bit more time. So I'm going to use the adjustment technique, which is very easy to use only. You take the denominator, you rewrite it on the numerator. Okay, that will give you exactly the same value. And then you think, what number can you put in to transform the numerator into 5? So I use 2. Okay, I use 2. So I already set the adjustment and then voila, magic happens. Whoa, that is fast. The adjustment technique is super, super fast, and it created a new integration formula equation that you can integrate super, super fast. Okay. All right. So you once you adjust that, okay, that will give you 1, and then here 2 over the denominator. All right. Now that you already got your integration, the format adjusted into what you need, okay, you can use long division also. You will get the same thing here, but you will need to do something more extra. Okay, so this adjustment technique will be super, super fast. Once you adjusted that already, then voila, the integrate your u du, you have u become 1 become u, and then this one definitely is a ln, so you will get 2 ln u plus 3x plus c. All right. Now, once that is done, you will unsub, okay, so which means the substituting that you put just now, you will try to unsub and you will put back your u into the equation. That will become very, very long, okay? It's going to become very, very long. Don't worry about that. Just set in as general solution. There's nothing else you can do. The most you can do is, in this question, the most you can do is these 2 over here, you bring over, you write 2x plus y plus 3 squared. That's the most that you can do. If not, your equation can stop here. Because inside here, the ln, the y here cannot be separated, and the other element is already on the right-hand side. The c is a constant. You can write it as capital letter C, okay? Because you cannot touch it anymore. All right, so I will stop here for a while to give way for advertisement, right? And we will be back. All right, don't go away.
Berita baik untuk semua. Kini Akademi YouTuber memperkenalkan sistem mata gancaran kredit AYU untuk dikumpul. Jom ikuti kelas tuition live AYU untuk mengumpul kredit AYU dan berpeluang menebus hadiah-hadiah yang menarik. Hadiah bernilai lebih RM10,000 disediakan secara percuma untuk pelajar seluruh Malaysia. Apa tunggu lagi? Tebus ganjaran hebat ini sekarang. Layari www.academyyoutuber.com untuk maklumat lanjut.
Maya, you want to give the third code?
Okay. So welcome back, student. So I will announce the third digit code. The third digit code for credit claim is number 8. Number 8.
Number 8. Okay, wonderful. All right, thank you, and welcome back. And if you like what I'm teaching you, please hit the like button. It is a motivation. You know, we teachers are very tired. From the first time you saw me, okay, and Cikgu Maya and Cikgu Naini and Cikgu Zana, we look so fresh, you know, because that is the first season, first time that you saw us like a few months back. Now, if you see us, if you, I cannot imagine the last video that I put out. Somebody PM me and comment, teacher, you look so tired. Goodness, teacher, please rest. Well, when I see your likes and I see your comments, it makes me very happy. And I will, no matter how busy of us doing lessons for our students in the college and in school, we still will think about the participants in our free online class. Okay, because that is when I see the likes means somebody wanted knowledge from us. So we try to do, although in my previous video, don't go and look at me, just look at what I'm teaching you. I think I did the same one video, and somebody PM me, yeah, teacher, you look so tired. So today I put heavy makeup for you, okay? All right, so third question. Okay, third question, you have, it is given that the differential equation, like usual, I will set 2 things. I'm not going to read the question. You can read it yourself because I already prepared the PDF, okay, overnight for you. So, and the PDF, I think is out about yes, Aisha. Aisha is one of that followed us for a long time. Yeah, Aisha. She has been with us ever since our first class. Okay, with teacher Eileen that time. So we are now very tired because every teacher are trying our best to give you the best. Okay, to give you the best. And please hit the like button for me, please. Okay, motivation. That's our power up. All right. I didn't ask for sub, I asked for like, because sub will come if you want to follow our lesson, but like is something that after you follow our lesson, you don't even bother to like, then we will say, ayo, tak best ke, our lesson no good meh. That's what happened. All right, so I just leave it. So I was chatting because I'm waiting for you all to deal with that. So our first job for this question, easy busy, you just arrange it, because that is actually our first job. Always try to arrange to get your dy dx, okay? And then when you get your substituting, take the substituting and also try to create the dy dx. Okay, so from the substitute element that they give us, always differentiate. Okay, from your teacher would have told you that also. From the substitute element that they give us, try to differentiate. Differentiate already, then arrange until dy dx. Then it's time to put them together. So I use color coding because it makes people easier to remember what are the steps. Okay, this step is for arranging. Okay, then the color code, green color, is for substituting, because this is important in Stpm. This is important because as you substitute the correct element into the equation, you get 1 mark. Okay, later when we talk about the partial question, I will tell you where your marks going to be. Okay, so you substitute it in, you will get marks. So make sure you substitute. After you substitute that, okay, the next thing that you are going to do is try to arrange. Okay, like your algebra just now, you try to simplify and you try to arrange so that all the v can be on the left hand side and all the x can be on the right hand side. Okay, so now you try to substitute already. Let me continue. Once you simplify already, you will try to put them together. And again, here, this teacher always like to play with fraction. Yes, that is the hardest. That's why I'm teaching you, okay? So that fraction and the element, you know already. As you know, you have to combine them, okay? Once you combine them, again, you can simplify it. It makes it harder first, then make it simplified. Okay, make it harder first, then simplify. That is actually trick of mathematics. If you cannot simplify something, make it harder, make it expand bigger, and then only try to shrink it back up. Okay, so once you get it done already, once you get it done, then you can bring it over. Okay, this question asks you to show, so you will write there shown. Okay, finish already. Let's do the second part of the question where they ask you to find the general solution. You know already, differential equation got 2 final answer. One is the particular solution answer, one is the general solution. This question asks for the general solution, and very obvious, they already mentioned they want the arbitrary constant. Means they want the a to be changed to something that if the constant got something multiplied to it or something plus to it or something divided to it, you have to make sure you change it into proper format. Okay, so let's continue. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to arrange the v on the left hand side and arrange all the x on the right hand side. Okay, we put them together and then it will end up something like this. Yeah, right? So it's time to be able to integrate. So this is again a rational function. Miss Lim's teacher's Im's favorite rational function. So this rational function has only one denominator, one element in the denominator, which is v cubed. Okay, so inside my rational function, integration of rational function video, I already mentioned, if it is a rational function, you will try to integrate it by separating it. No need long division, don't need anything, just separate it and you can deal with the integration easily. So this part over here, you can recognize it from your Form 5 integration, and this part over here is actually your normal ln integration. Okay, so you will settle it. Okay, you will try to settle the integration, and there you are. Right, once you get that already, you will notice you have 1 ln, 2 ln, and you have a v here, and then you have a constant there. So I'm going to try to combine my ln. Okay, so I will change this c to w. Okay, I will change it to ln w, and I will write something like this. The reason I want to do this, because if you look at the equation that they gave you, x squared, y squared, there is nothing as so here. Not yet. Means you need to combine, because they are all together. There's no plus over there. Okay, there's no plus, there's no minus. So you need to combine the elements so that all the plus and minus will be together. Okay, you combine, not plus minus to be together. You lose all the plus and the minus. Okay, so you got the ln, then you know already, ln plus is actually ln multiply. So you combine, shrink them all together. So you got a ln. Okay, once you got them all together, the next thing is I'm going to unsub. Okay, so the v over here, I'm going to put back, because you see just now the question, inside the question, and let me return. Okay, so you get c x squared and y squared. So you need to get them back into action. Okay, so you have that. So I'm going to put it in. So it's going to look a bit big, all right? But don't be scared of it. Y squared, x squared, you just alternate it back. So you got the x squared on top and the y squared at the bottom. All right, almost there. The pattern is already there from the question. Okay, the next thing is the exponent. So you have a ln there, so you will bring it up back into your equation. Okay, so that will give you the ln. Okay, so the ln will disappear and will give you the exponent. So you can actually see the element of your exponent, negative x squared over a. So now only the a is missing, right? So we are going to set it in. Okay, bring this w over, so it's 1 over w, and then you will let a equals to 1 over w. Okay, and then voila, your answer is out, and then you will write shown. Finish. All right, so that's basically our basic things that you need to know about this differential equation. Let's attack some past year question. Oh, before that, there's another part. Oh, which means this question, after you got this general solution, this part you call it the general solution, they ask for a particular solution. Okay, in this particular solution, they gave you in coordinates form, which is the 0 is the x and 4 is the y. You're going to put it into this equation over here that you already proven, and then you are going to create something like this. Once you get that, put it back into your equation, and your solution is out. Find the equation of the solution curve. So this is the equation of the solution curve. Finish. You are done. All right, no problem. All right, so like I say, we are going to go for, I have 3 past year questions. I will do 2013 and 2016 first, then 2014, I will leave it last, because there's some different, a little bit different from what we learned today. Okay, so like usual, we have we set up the position and try to change to dy dx. So that's where I differentiate ux, and then I rearrange my question. Okay, once they are all ready, that is your 1 marks. Every time when this set is ready, you will get your 1 marks. Okay, so every time you differentiate, you will get your 1 marks, and then you arrange. Arranging is not much, so they give the 1 mark for the first part here, the differentiation. Okay, next thing is to substitute. You substitute everything in nicely, you will get your 1 marks. Like I said just now, substituting and showing the examiner that you substitute the correct way is always 1 mark there. Okay, once you substitute already, right? That's the method marks. Once you get the method marks already, you try to rearrange until you get things that you can differentiate or integrate. Okay, so for this case, it's integrate because you need to finish up the differential equation with integration. So your x is over this side, your cotangent u, so you know already your u should be on the left-hand side and your x should be on the right-hand side. So get used to it. Okay, so that is first part of the question where they ask you to show, and of course, that is also the last marks for these 3 marks over here. Okay, so this 2013 is 8 marks over here. So the first part where they ask you to show this exists is 3 marks. So that's where you get your marks. Okay, moving on. Okay, moving on. They use the word hence. They use the word hence, find the solution of this differential equation that satisfies this condition. Okay, meaning they want you to go until the particular solution. 5 marks. Okay, let's see where the marks is. Right, so you will rearrange this so that it can transform nicely. Okay, so I will bring the u to the left-hand side and the x to the right-hand side like usual, and then that will be 1 mark. And then if the 1 mark after you make, sometimes the 1 mark will come after you do the integration. You put in the integration. Okay, after that, you try to solve the equation. Okay, you try to solve the equation. Tangent u. So you got sine u over cos u. That will be your tangent u. And then this side you can solve, or you can integrate already. No problem. Okay, this one is actually a partial fraction. Not partial fraction. It's a rational function again, which you are going to use ln. Okay, you are going to use ln. All right, me and my favorite is the rational function because that is what my student hate and that's what I love to give them. Okay, and MPM, like I say, also love to give this type of question. All right, so make sure you learn up about rational function. So because it is favorite. Okay, so now it is done. Okay, you integrated both sides already. I didn't ask much question today. So you have integrated that and get ln cos u and then ln x, right? Once you got that, that is definitely your 1 mark. Every time you integrate, you will get your 1 marks. So now you are going to put in whatever element that they give you. Okay, I will calculate my u. They gave you y equals to 0, x equals to 1. I want to calculate the c. Okay, so I need my u. You can settle, you can unsub, then only put in your y and your x, also no problem. Okay, I just want to do it differently so that you can see. You can find your c first, means you do not need to unsub first. You find your c first, then you put inside the equation. Or you can unsub first, then only put in your y equals to 0 and x equals to 1. It's up to you. I just do a little changes. Okay, so now you see 2 sets of ln. This value 2 here can go up. So it will give you ln x squared. Okay, you can put modulus, it's up to you. And that will be your 1 mark. Means you combine them and you try to set them nicely. That will be your 1 mark. Okay, means you settle with the ln part. Okay, now that you already set everything nicely, the last mark, because you got 5 marks here, you only have 4 here. So you still need 1 more mark to go. So I will go 1 more step. Okay, so that is your cos, means I already settle with the ln. And then you will get your cos inverse. Like I say, if can, try to get until y equals to something. Okay, for this case, except if you really cannot do it, like just now that question, you can't, but this question you can. So in STPM, the final marks is here. After you change everything into y equals to. You can change everything to the right-hand side except the y. So that will give you the final marks. All right? Are you okay? Nice, right? That is your STPM where the marks is. Let's see the second STPM question. Let's discuss the second STPM question. You need to know where your marks come from, okay? Now, if you look at this question, it looks like my question number 2 just now, right? But lucky for 2016 student, the substitution are given to them. But inside the question, you don't seem to see x plus 2y anywhere. You see x plus 2y here, but you don't see x plus 2y at the bottom. So you need to adjust so that the x plus 2y can come out. So you take the equation, you kind of adjust it. There you are, the hidden treasure, right? You need to get the hidden treasure. So w equals to x plus 2y is your hidden treasure, that one that you need to sub. So you need to change the format of the question until something that you can substitute in. Okay, so now that you see the hidden treasure already, you take the substituting. Okay, you take the substitute value, then you need to differentiate. Like usual, every time the substitute value need to be differentiated. So you differentiate dw implicitly, so dw over dx, differentiate x, differentiate y, and then you will get this. Okay, everything looks like it's ready, but you need to arrange. Like I say, you need to arrange both of them looks like dy dx, then you combine. Okay, so now I arrange and then I bring everything nicely. Okay, so now you have your dy dx in a big lump here, and you have your dy dx in a nice setting here. Okay, it's time to combine. So once you do this, every time after you differentiate, you will get 1 marks. Like I said just now, basically it's the same. Next one, you combine. So this is dy dx, and this is also dy dx, and the one in the bracket, I don't want to copy again. So the one in the bracket, I already substitute to w. Okay, following what the question given here. Okay, so now that everything is ready, the next thing is to arrange all the w on the left-hand side and all the x on the right-hand side. Okay, it is like a mantra already. Okay, you substitute, you get 1 mark. Like usual, just now I say already, you must substitute and show to the examiner you did this step because that is your 1 mark. Then you try to rearrange. Okay, once you rearrange, like I say, Stpm. Okay, Stpm, like I mentioned, they love fraction. Whatever student don't like SMPM love. Okay, whatever. That's why I keep on telling my student rational function. I keep on trying to drill down on that because STPM, they do come out with such. Okay, big function here. You are supposed to simplify that. Okay, so combine the denominator, multiply by 1. So I'm going to move to next page. I hope you try this out. And then those who see rerun, please try it out before you continue. Okay, so I'm going to combine that. And it's going to go big, and I'm going to shrink it back. All right, see? It goes big first, then you shrink it back. It is simplified. Right, once it is simplified, then I will go for the integration. So that's what they need inside the question. All right, 1 mark. Now, it's time to set the second part. Okay, in this second part of the question, they will want you to integrate. So you will set it in the w on the dw following the element on top here, w on the left-hand side, and whatever not is on the right-hand side. So you set it in, and then you try to integrate. Okay, once you try to integrate already, the next thing is your marks, of course. Okay, after you integrate that, always they will give you 1 mark for that. And then you will try to unsub. Okay, once you unsub, that is what you are going to do. Okay, once you unsub, you will need to find the C. Okay, so I will put in. Okay, every time you sub, you will have an sub and unsub, you will get 1 marks. So that's where your 1 mark is. Once you substitute and unsubstitute. Okay, once you get that, try to get the C. So I faster calculate the C. Once you get the C, then you get your marks. Again, right? It's time to put everything together into a long equation. Okay, means you put back your C into the equation. Don't get it wrong. Okay, put it back nicely. You cannot stop your answer here. Okay, although this question, you know already after you expand it, You can't change the y on the left hand side and all the x on the right hand side. Impossible. Because inside this question, they say the differential equation that satisfies this condition, you still need to try to expand. Okay, so you expand it nicely. And then you try to arrange it into an equation that you are familiar with. Are you familiar with this equation? Can anybody tell me what equation is this? Can anybody tell me actually what pattern is this? So if you can, then great. But that is where your final marks is. This is your 5 marks. For this part here, you have 5 marks over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So you try to expand and make it equals to 0, because if you want to change y equals to is impossible. So in this 2016 question, the final marks they gave for the final last expansion. Okay, so that's question 2016 explained. All right. Next one. Wait, where's my next one? Okay, last question. Okay, my last question number 6. This one, they gave you using substituting, they gave you z equals to cos y. Okay, and then find the general solution. I have a typing error there. All right, cos. All right, cos y. Find the general solution of this differential equation. And then you are going to substitute. So you have 2 parts, right? The arrangement, you have 2 parts. You have the substituting part and you have the equation part. Okay, I said it for you already. Try to differentiate this first. Okay, we try to differentiate this first because this one come out first. So we try to differentiate that first. So that's it. I didn't wait for answer because time is almost done. I have about 4 minutes more, so I'm going to go on. Okay, so I'm going to have that answer over there. Okay, after I differentiated, then I have my y. This y looks like after you differentiate, you get 1 marks like usual. Okay, and then you try to get your dy over dx out. Okay, so I will set it in as so, and then I have this second part here. This second part here, I have my dy dx in cotangent open up nicely. Okay, my cotangent, because according to what I see, I have a cos. So inside here, I got sine. After I differentiated, I have sine. But inside the main equation, I have cotangent and cosecant. So I want to make it simplify. So the cotangent, I will get change to cos y over sine y. The cosecant, I will get into 1 over sine y. Okay, once that is done, then I will try to multiply away the sine. Okay, I'll multiply both sides and all with the sine y. So I will get something like this. Okay, so do you see why I tried to change it into sine y dy dx? I didn't change it to dy dx only because over here, you actually need that sine y dy dx. Means this part over here, sine y dy dx is going to be here, and we are going to change with minus, okay, negative dz over dx. And over here, our cos y, we are going to change with this z. Right, so I'm going to change it, and that is going to be 1 mark. Every time you substitute, you get your 1 mark, okay, in your Stpm exam every time. Okay, once you sub everything nicely, it's time to integrate. So it turns to green. So before you integrate, you know you need to do something. In this question, okay, this one that I wrote here, you need to do this because this is actually not linear. Okay, you cannot separate it into left hand side is z and right hand side is x. This is in the linear format. Okay, they never mentioned in the question. 2014, they didn't mention. You need your integration factor. Yes, very good, Shafiq. Okay, you need the integrating factor. So what will happen is I will try to put in the integrating factor step for you. So step 1, we try to arrange dz over dx and then px. Px is any element beside the z. Okay, so px and then the qx. So that is a px that I'm going to write out first. Okay, I arrange this nicely because this one is still not correct because the negative is here. So I need to get rid of this negative. So I arrange it nicely into this. And my px will be all these elements, including the negative and the 1 over x in front of this z. Okay, I go to the next page, and that is what. Once you arrange into step 1, means your dz over dx, into the correct format that you can do to get your integrating factor, you will get your 1 marks. Okay, so this is 3 marks. We will need 4 more marks to finish this 2014 question for 7 marks. You need more. Okay, so I will move on to the next part. The next part, once I already arranged, so this is from previous, I need to compare. Compare and write out your px. Okay, write out your px. Then it's all about the integrating factor. That is the step 3, your integrating factor. You need to put it into this formula to create your integrating factor. So your integrating factor will be exponent to the power of negative 1 over x. Where is the negative come from? Well, it's from the px that you bring over from comparing your polynomial just now. Okay, so you set in and then you integrate. So integration of this, I don't need to teach already, that is the integration of ln. So you will set in and then you will change this negative up. So this x is supposed to be 1 over x. So I set in like this, right? Once that is done, then you will know exponent to the power of ln 1 over x, you will get your integrating factor as 1 over x. All right, so 3 steps for the part is ready, but then it's not complete yet. Okay, once you get the integrating factor, you will get your 1 marks. After all this yellow box, you don't need to write inside the exam. So you just write, this one is I repeat from just now. That is the comparison. That is the step 4 to get the integrating factor. So they give you 1 marks for that. Okay, so I will move on to the next part of the question where I'm going to do step 4. Right, step 4 is from the polynomial and the value that I have just now. I need to write the left hand side here, okay, all into integrating factor times z. The rest of it will disappear. Okay, the rest of it will disappear. So I only need I z, means the integrating factor times the z. On the right hand side, I need the integrating factor times whatever I have on the right hand side. Okay, so that is what I'm going to do. Once that is done, then the integrating factor will happen. Okay, so once I settle everything, so the integrating will happen. And it is going to be super nice to integrate because this is simple integration. Integrating factor, when you do the integration of with linear case, integrating factor and this technique, all these 4 steps will make your equation simplified. Okay, you simplify your equation so the integration becomes so simplified that you can integrate and then you need to unsub. Don't forget, you need to unsub. Okay, you need to unsub, you put back your z as cos y, okay, and then you try to arrange. Okay, notice that when you multiply your x over your cx, so that is actually an arbitrary there. So I need to change it with a, the arbitrary value. I need to change it, a equals to cx. Put it in. Okay, so it looks like this. But that is not your final answer yet. Remember, if you can, you must try to get y equals to something. All right, so for this case, until here, you get 1 marks because you need 3 more. So you get 1 marks after you put in the arbitrary value. The last marks is when you change it into y equals to something. Not all questions can, but if you can, that is where your final answer is. Okay, the final answer is, and that's where your final marks is. Yay, I'm done. All right, I'm done with 6 questions. I hope you can understand. If you don't, please tell me which part you don't understand. I will create more videos for you. Please remember to give me a like. for my energy. All right, give me a like. I just ask for likes. Thank you so much. See you. Bye. Next week will be Cikgu Zana's class for Sem 1. If you are doing your repeat, please don't forget to join Cikgu Zana. All right. Bye.
Okay, so with God's grace, we have reached the end of today's session. Okay, congratulations to those who are able to follow our session from the beginning till the end. Okay, before we end our session for today, I will announce first the last digit code for credit claim. So the digit is number 4. Okay, the digit is number 4. Okay, so all of you, please stop posting your comments for a while. And if you haven't clicked the subscribe button, please do so. Okay, make sure it turns to grey color. Okay, not the red color. And activate the icon bell so that you will not miss the next class session. Okay, then if you find that the lesson was beneficial, click like and share to your friends on your social media. Okay, spread and share the goodness. Okay, once completed, type done on the chat box before the certificate link is given as a token of thank you for your dedication in joining the free online class today. Okay, so link for the certificate and link to credit claim are already given in the chat box. Okay, so please take note, the link will end half an hour after this live. Make sure to use the EDD email only to log in. Incorrect email used will not be entertained. If you haven't got one, please apply. Okay, the link to apply the EDD email is also given in the chat box, right? Okay, so if you wish to get more information on the online classes, okay, go to www.academyyoutuber.com. So, and to those who haven't joined EDD Junior, please, EDD Junior Telegram, please do so. And so once again, I would like to thank all of the students for joining today. Remember that the more classes you join, the more credit you can claim. Okay, so feel free to share this free tuition class to your friends and teachers all over Malaysia. This is a collective effort from all the teachers throughout Malaysia for all the students throughout the country. And thank you too for being a YouTuber Academy supporter too. So I think that's all for now. See you in another session. Ingat hashtag bermula percuma, segalanya percuma. Assalamualaikum. Stay safe. Till we meet again next week, same day, same time on Saturday at 5 p.m. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Love you.
Love you all.
Wow, banyaknya hadiah menarik menanti anda. Wah, kini Akademi YouTuber mengambil inisiatif baru di mana memberikan hadiah-hadiah ini secara percuma. Ya, percuma kepada anda semua. Bagaimana caranya? Dengan mengikuti kelas tuition online percuma Akademi YouTuber sambil mengutip mata kredit, anda dapat menukarkannya dengan hadiah-hadiah yang menarik ini. Tunggu apa lagi? Segalanya percuma. Jangan lepaskan peluang tau. Dah dapat banyak hadiah menarik, takkan nak lepaskan peluang. Layari www.academyyoutuber.com sekarang untuk maklumat lanjut.
Dibawakan kepada anda oleh Akademi YouTuber.